Brendan, obviously I think it's 9 weeks now since the start of the season, since we first met, and you talked about your excitement ahead of the new season. There's a lot happened since then, isn't there?
Yeah, a lot's happened, yeah. Still excited. I'm very happy. I think I've found a rhythm now that I'm very happy with, and I think everything that's happened has put me in good stead to obviously the position I'm in now.
How difficult was that start? Because, I mean, we could feel how excited you were about the start of the season, and it didn't quite go right for you on the opening day, did it?
Yeah, I think that's football sometimes. I think throughout my career, I've not really had a period like that. Everything's been smooth sailing. It was going to happen sooner or later. Unfortunately, it happened as soon as I joined here, and it all seemed to happen in one go. But I think I'm grateful that it's happened, to be honest, because it's made me a stronger, better person mentally. And looking back at it, I'm glad that it's happened, because going forward, it's going to put me in good stead.
How difficult was it for you as a test of your strength of character? Because, I mean, you know what you can do, you know what you can achieve and that sort of thing. The fans don't necessarily know that from one view of you. Yeah,
no, I always believe in myself, and I hope that now I'm showing what I can do and what I was brought to the club to do. I didn't come here, wasn't brought here for a token just. I was brought here for a reason. So I feel that now I'm getting in a position where I'm able to show what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to keep that consistent level.
And you started in midfield. You've played mainly central defence the last few weeks. Are you happier further back there, or is it just a case of being on the pitch, you're happy?
I think first and foremost being on the pitch, but I'm playing good football there, and I'm enjoying my football. So whether it's centre back or centre midfield, I think when I first came here, everyone knew that I can play in multiple positions, and I'm utilising that now. So I'm happy with where I'm playing right now.
I think there were 16 players came in overall over the summer. I mean, it was obviously going to take time to gel. Is that the main reason you think why the results have taken a little while, but they've certainly turned around now?
I think, yeah, with any team, there's new coaching staff, new players. With any team around the world, you will see a little bit of teething issues, and they need time to gel. But especially with the games coming so quick and fast, like, we don't really have that much time on the training pitch, which is also a big factor. But I think now you can see the foundations of what we're trying to build and what we want to do moving forward, and I think everyone now has really got that settled in kind of thing, and we're just trying to look forward and moving forward.
So many positives to come out of the Burton game. From your point of view, I mean, was the greatest positive the clean sheet at the back for you guys?
100%. I think we've been focused on trying to not concede goals. We can't hide from the fact that we've been conceding too many goals, and we've been trying to fight for that clean sheet. So we're really happy with the clean sheet on the weekend, and we're just trying to move forward and hopefully get more clean sheets.
Wigan here on Saturday, what are you expecting from them?
I'm expecting them to be an organised side. They've been in a bit of a little down run, so I'm expecting them to come here and impose themselves. Obviously, when you're going through what you're going through, you want to, like us, when we went through what we went through, you want to make a difference, and I'm expecting them to come at us. It's going to be a tough game. Every game in this league is tough, so we won't expect anything different than a tough game.
Brilliant. Thank you, Brendan. Best of luck.
Cheers.
Hi, Brendan. Chris from Plymouth Live. Nice to catch up with you again. I thought the three of you at the back against Burton last Saturday played really well. And it's a very different defence from the one that started the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you talk to me a little bit about Matthias and Alex Mitchell and their strengths? Because I thought the three of you all did a really good job last Saturday. Yeah,
I think we all complement each other very, very well. In terms of Alex and Matthias, they're real leaders, real leaders, and they bring a sense of calm inside the back three. So I think we all can do different things at different times. So I think we all complement each other. It's been good. We all moved into different positions the other day, and it worked really well, I thought. So I think that's what we got in our armour. We can all play across that back three in different positions. So yeah.
It was a strange one because it was the same back three, but you were not all over the place. You were all in different positions. That was very unusual, wasn't it? Yeah,
but I think that's a bonus with us. Like, we've got players that can play in that position, but we've also got Brendan Galloway, who's a very experienced and very capable in playing in the positions. So there's good competition at the back for us, and we're all trying to strive to make each other better, which I think is good. All healthy competition, and we all want to make each other better.
When I spoke to the manager after the game, he made the comment that he thought you had a very good case to be saying that you were Argyle's most consistent player this season. That must be nice thing to hear from the manager.
No, it's always nice to hear them things from the manager. But now it's about me keeping that up, because we still got a lot of games left. So it's obviously trying to keep consistent. It's great to hear that, but I want to be in conversations for team of the seasons, player of the season. So I need to keep that consistency up and hopefully help the team get up, push up to what we really want to achieve.
One other thing, I've noticed you wear a strapping on your hand, on your wrist. What's all that about?
Fashion.
Fashion?
Yeah, fashion.
Nothing more serious than that?
Nothing more serious than that.
Wow, okay. You always do that?
Always done that since I was young. Just something I do.
Yeah.
I sometimes change wrists, but it's been working well for me on the left wrist, so I might just keep it on the left wrist for a bit longer.
There was a good picture of you with it.
Yeah.
And it almost like you were ready to go for the boxing ring. You're going to get a glove stuck on top of it and away you go. But I wouldn't recommend that.
I don't know that.
Good luck on Saturday.
Cheers, thank you.
Hi, Brendan. The last time Argyle played at home, expectations were really high among the fans because we'd had a great run. Just beating Burton 4-0 away, and they won at Cardiff. So that puts that into perspective. Expectations will be high again, but it's Ryan Lowe coming back with his old side, so he knows quite a bit about Plymouth, and probably all you players, even though you didn't play for him, type thing. He's quite a wily manager. How do you think you go into that game? Sort of, what is your sort of thought process going into the game? Because again, the last home game, everyone expected us to sort of win, and we didn't, did we? So
I think when you're playing for Argyle, you're always expected to win. So whether or not it's this game or next game, we always know that when we put on the shirt, we're expected to win. But I think we need to just go into it like we go into every other game. Just go in knowing that if we give the best account of ourselves, there will be a result. Every time we've given the best account of ourselves, we've picked up a result. So it's not really focusing too much on what we're gonna bring, just more focus on us and how we can be the best account of ourselves, be the best version of ourselves to go out there and get 3 points.
Are you really enjoying your football at the moment as well then?
Really enjoying my football.
I was going to say, you look as though you are.
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying my football. I'm comfortable. I think I've settled in. So, I'm enjoying my football. Can't wait to get out there on Saturday.
That's the incredible thing when Alan and Chris say, it's only been 9 weeks. I mean, have you got to know Plymouth really well outside of the game, or have you been just focused purely on the football? No,
I've been to the centre. I've been to the centre quite a bit with some of the lads. It's a nice centre. I always feel welcomed in the centre, so it's a nice. Everyone's nice here, so it's lovely. Very different to London, because London's very busy. But I think I like the calmness of Plymouth, and because I'm a calm individual, so I like the calmness of Plymouth, and it's very comfortable here.
And we found out the other day, we were all talking among ourselves, Chris, Alan and myself, and we were saying that there's a large contingent of London players down here, aren't there?
Yeah.
Did you know any of the lads before?
Yeah, I've come across a few of the lads before. Come across Brad.
Yeah.
I've come across Matty. I played against Malachi quite a few times when I was younger.
Did you?
Yeah. So I knew quite a few of the lads as well. So it makes it easier when you're.
I was going to say.
It makes it so much easier. But obviously we're all from London, so we all have that link with each other. Sometimes they end up talking about London a bit too much, and some of the lads don't like it. But it's all right. No, I think I can speak for everyone. Everyone's comfortable here. Everyone's very settled in. That we all kind of spend a lot of time with each other outside of football as well. So
yeah, I think that probably shows on the field.
Yeah,
you got gelled quickly, haven't you? Really?
No, yeah, we got a very good group, a very close group, a real good group. So it's good.
Good luck on Saturday, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Tom, so many positives to come out of Saturday. What was the biggest one for you?
Clean sheet, for sure. It's clear to see that we're very capable of scoring goals. I think there's only Grimsby in English football that have scored more in domestic competitions. 26, 27 for the season. So I was pleased with scoring 4 goals, obviously, but the most important thing was clean sheet. We've only managed to keep 2 in the league. Connor coming back to the team was a massive plus, as well as a couple of big saves and general presence, leadership, and yeah, a well-deserved clean sheet was what pleased me the most.
And presumably he brings a level of organisation at the back as well with his experience. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, it's 2 things we want to improve on. Is the amount of goals we've conceded is not going to bring you the success that we want, as well as the home form's not being good enough to build consistency and success either. So we've got the chance to put both of those things right on Saturday.
You're certainly moving up the table now. Presumably the goal is to continue that progress up the table, starting with Wigan tomorrow, on Saturday.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm like I said, I'm a bit more about the process and what you will end up where you deserve to end up. And if as long as we do what we can control, that'll bring some consistency. And I feel like we've got the quality to end up in a really positive league position. I'm not obsessed by it right now, but this is football. I understand that people can sleep a lot easier, including myself, if you're first in the league rather than down in the bottom half. So, it is what it's about at the end of the day, although at this stage of the season I'm not obsessed with it.
No Bradley Ibrahim, I believe, on Saturday. How big a miss will he be?
Massive, yeah, massive. Listen, you've not heard me cry it in yet, but we've got a little bit of an unavailability crisis at the minute. It's where we're at. Bradley will be a huge miss. He's in the last 5 games. I think he's been one of the best players in the league. But yeah, we've got Joe Edwards, we've got Pleggy, we've got Cornell, we've got Jack McKenzie. There's a back 4, and then we've got Bradley, we've got Caleb Watts, we've got Zavamichi. There's a midfield. So all senior players, all would start, all important players for this club. It's the guys who are out there at the minute are doing a fantastic job. Because we're dealing with quite a little bit at the minute.
He picked up a lot of yellow cards right at the start of the season, slowed right down. Do you think the message is starting to get on board with him? You know, he needs to be careful with those.
Yeah, like he said, one in each of his first 4 games, and then not another one for 5 games, which was good. He seems to be maturing. He seems to be picking the right time to be aggressive and. You just hope that you don't want to take that sort of edge that he's got out of his game, but you certainly don't want him receiving any for dissent, for kicking the ball away, for things like that. And he's really improved at that. But yeah, more importantly for me, his all-round performances have been outstanding. But it's an opportunity for someone else to come in and stake a claim.
Ryan Lowe comes here with his Wigan side. He was the first manager that Simon Hallett appointed, went out and really found him and got him, as it were. How well do you know Ryan and his game, his tactics, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I obviously know his game and tactics more than I know Ryan himself. Fully respect the job that he did here, in the tunnel there's a few faces you see when you walk into my changing room every morning. Ryan's been one of them, so I'm a big believer in respecting the history of football clubs, and Ryan's a part of that here. I'm sure that he'll be given a good reception. And yeah, as far as a coach, again, respect him professionally. Played against his Preston teams where he did it fantastically well, and now he's trying to develop Wigan into being competitive in this league, but so are we, and we want to make it difficult for them on Saturday.
I remember a few weeks ago you talked about how you'd studied how well the team did under Stephen Schumacher the year they went up. How important is it for you to sort of embed yourself a little bit or learn some of the history of Argyle? And is it just the more recent history you're interested in, or is it the club as a whole? Yeah,
I think that was also doing the research on the successful teams from this division and what makes them successful, but especially our club's recent success, the connection with the supporters. Obviously, there's not that many players here from that season, so from how we played that year and things like that. But I think historically you want to see patterns, you want to see trends in the last 5 years. What's the golden number of goals scored? What's the golden number of goals conceded? Number of points at home? All those things I like to stay in touch with. And Argyle being promoted in 2023 was a part of that research.
Brilliant. Thank you, Tom. Best of luck.
Hello, Tom. You're not going to tell us your team for Saturday, but do you think you've got good options to replace Bradley in the team for Saturday? Jamie Patterson's obviously back fit. What are your thoughts on options to replace him? Yeah,
good options. Even though we are missing 7 players on Saturday, I've got three different kinds of profiles that can come in and replace. Really, you got the experience and technical abilities of Pato. You got the attacking output of Tegan, and you've got the all-round midfielder and probably most similar to Bradley and Caleb Roberts. So, it'll be a decision that we make over the next 24 hours, but all three are in good health and training well, and in my thoughts.
We saw you go with two up front against Burton last Saturday. Is that something that we can expect to see regularly now, or is that sort of opposition dependent?
No, it's something that I thought worked really well. Like I said, I think 4 days earlier, Owen Aseni was on the team sheet as a attacking midfielder, but it's literally 5 yards difference. Yeah. Formations, like I've always said, I'm not tied to one. I'd like to adapt. A lot of them are just 5 yard difference into what it goes down on the team sheet. However, I did think the two strikers worked well. They worked as a pair. We looked like we had a lot more cutting edge with them on that last line, and likely to see it more often moving forward.
Will you be glad to get your touchline ban out the way after Saturday? You know, how are you feeling about sitting in the stands at Home Park this weekend?
Yeah, if we win 4-0 again on Saturday, I might stay up there. No, I said it after the game at Burton. Damon's a fantastic young coach. Nance has been there, done that, massively respected by the players. And it gives us the advantage of me seeing the game from a better view, and Matt Bevan's been who looks after set pieces, attacking ones down at pitch level. So, yeah, of course, I'd like to be in the middle of it and feeding my instructions at pitch level, but communication's no issue. And you could see in the performance at Burton, it had no impact on how well we're going to perform.
Have you had Reece Wilmot working with the goalies this week, and can you give us any update on hopefully a new goalkeeping coach? So Reece has been with us, again, another fantastic servant for the football club, and doing a dual role at the minute with the first team and the academy, so you've got to take your hat off to Reece. And he said he was going to retire a few years ago, and he seems to be doing more than ever.
He's a real soldier for the football club, and appreciate what he's doing at the minute. And yes, we are not ready to announce who that is, but we will have a new goalkeeping coach here in around 2 weeks.
Good. Julio Plegaspelo obviously was out injured at the start of the season, and you said it was going to be a long-term recovery for him. Can you give us any update on how he's getting on? Because there's been a few other injured players, as you know, but how's he getting on? And do you know any more about when we might see him training, playing, anything like that?
Yeah, Pleggy's actually just hit halfway in his rehab, so I think it was a couple of days ago, and we had a little halfway handshake to say keep going. So I think that's about we've got two and a bit months, and so he's got about the same period of time left. I still think as an experienced player you can have an impact around the place even when you're injured, and Pleggy has that. So keep focusing on his rehab, but also being a good character around the environment.
Because he strikes me as a leader. He'd be a leader in the dressing room. Does he still sort of stick his head in? How much is he still part of the squad?
Yeah, he does his rehab on site. He's here every day. And you're right. I think the reason why, yes, we've had some difficult days in the 3 months I've been here, a couple of tough results, but I think you see a squad who always have got the ability to bounce back and react from that, and guys like Pleggy being around help with that, not get too low with the poor results. Hopefully there's not many in the future, and now it's important that we've got a group of guys who don't get too high when we win 4-0 away from home. We need consistency now, which I think we're capable of. We're learning all the time. It's the toughest thing for a young group to have is be consistent. It's the hardest thing to learn, but I think we're getting there.
So you went to Cardiff and lost 4-0, then you went to Burton and won 4-0, and then Burton went to Cardiff and won 1-0. What does that say about League One, do you think?
Yeah, I think all the AFL leagues, they're unpredictable, they're competitive, they're I use the boxing analogy. You can get a clash of styles, and sometimes it just suits one more style than the other. So, but yeah, the where we're at the minute is, I feel like if we do our controllables really well, we'll be a tough team to beat. We've got a lot of quality. We're building confidence, building consistency, and yeah, if we do what we can control to the standard we know we can, then we'll be a tough nut to crack.
One last one, Tom. Freddie Asaka's on loan at Bristol Rovers. He's had very limited game time so far, just 2 late sub appearances. Is that a concern for you?
No, not at all. I think it's a different. Freddie's been here since 8-9 years old, and Freddie's probably always viewed as the young player, the academy product, the star boy coming through, you can sort of get wrapped in bubble wrap a little bit. Freddie's out there now. He's got to go prove to a man. He's got to go knock on a manager's door and say, why am I not playing? What have I got to do to that? He's got to do that. He's got to come on and be reliable if they need a goal. Or it's all a big part of Freddie's learning. Not every loan move is the perfect loan move. I was lucky. I went to Leicester in January as my first loan, 10 points clear. They're not all like that, trust me. But football's not perfect, I have no reservations about sending a player somewhere where it's going to be tougher.
Thanks for your time. Good luck on Saturday.
Cheers.
You've said it yourself. You've been here 3 months now. What have you learned? Without making it a massive encyclopedia, because I know there's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a long list.
Yeah, it's a very broad question. You know, what I've learned about myself is to keep believing what we do. After 4 games, 4 defeats, that would have been questionable. I thought I've learned that I'm very processed and calm in a bit of a sticky situation. What I've learned about my players is they can grit the teeth, they can get through, they need to be a bit more consistent, but they're a resilient group considering how many of new faces there are, and sort of the poor experiences the last 2 years in treading water a lot of that time. And what I've learned about the football club is the size of it. To go to Burton, to go to Luton, to have those receptions when we arrive at 1:15, nearly 2 hours before kick-off. When we come here, it's a full house. The size of the football club is exciting, and it's a real privilege to work for.
The last time we played at home, I mentioned this to Brendan, was against Peterborough, and expectations, you know it yourself, expectations among the fans were really high. We're on a great little run, and we lost. And again, those expectations, it's something that you cannot control, can you, as a football manager? You can't control the fans. They'll again be looking for probably goals and all sorts of excitement on Saturday. How do you deal with that? You can't really promise them that, can you?
No, again, it's to really go after those things that we can control. Yeah. And on that's doing your job at every set piece, every goal kick. That is what am I doing as a defender when we're attacking. Can we replicate? We're in a really good place. We're putting big physical numbers out there. Can we replicate that? These are all things that no matter what the opposition does, we can take care of. I think I have 4 or 5 things that we speak about as a group, that what they are, and against Peterborough we only delivered on 1. And so you give the opposition a good chance of getting a result. Now if we deliver on 4 or 5 of them, like we did at Burton, like we did Stockport, like we did Luton, we still might lose the game. And the players know that. We might lose the game. There might be a freak goal, there might be a 30-yard screamer, there might be a refereeing decision, but we give ourselves the best chance of winning that game, and that's what we have to do Saturday.